Howdy folks, I'm Professional Proactinium, proactively provoking protesting polyps.
I'm Amber.
And here are more proactive polyps for us to protest against proactively.
Other way around, the polyps are the ones who are protesting.
I know they are protesting, but we're protesting against them.
Ah.
Now, yes.
That's how you're provoking them.
Yes.
With your protests.
And folks, we have a live stream later on today at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. For more information, see the end of the video. We hope to see you then. Let's get started. Alright folks, our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Telling My Wife to Calm Down After She Screamed at My Family? I know telling anyone to calm down does the opposite. It simply came out, but she was being ridiculous in my opinion. My wife isn't a fan of my family. None of them have done anything to her personally, but she states it's because all of them give her backhanded compliments or unhelpful helping. Unsolicited advice, basically. But she's tired of dealing with it. Understandable. But it takes zero effort to be civil for my sake. She says that she shouldn't have to be civil to people who don't respect her or take her seriously. So she gave birth about a month ago to our daughter. On Sunday, I invited my mom and a few of my family members down to meet the baby. She didn't even want my family to come because her family hasn't met the baby yet, but ultimately she said whatever. My wife pumped for the occasion because she knew that people would ask her to feed our daughter. Our daughter has never used a bottle. She's strictly breastfed. But anyways, my wife was visibly mad with how much the baby was being passed around, and at one point I told her to maybe go take a shower or something just to cool off. She said no, and that she needed to be there to watch and make sure that nothing happened. All because the baby wasn't passed back to her when she started crying, despite my wife saying that she wanted her back. Okay, I didn't push it. She has postpartum depression and being treated. Well, at one point my mom had the baby and was feeding her the breast pumped milk, and she started choking on the bottle. My mom is slow, so she recognized the issue, but didn't sit her up as quickly as my wife wanted her to, so my wife immediately stepped in and took the baby to sit her up. My mom says, I have kids, you know, right? I know what I'm doing. I'm not stupid. And my wife snapped and said, really? That's why you just kept her there on the back while she continued choking and puking? And eventually handed the baby back to my mom, but then the baby choked again and my wife lost it because again my mom didn't sit the baby up with urgency like my wife wanted. My mom tried protesting and saying that she was being ridiculous, and my wife told her to shut up and get out. I told my wife that she needed to calm down. Now I'm getting the silent treatment because I defended my mother and clearly want the baby to aspirate on her own vomit, as well as calling us all idiots. Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Yeah, I think OP is a major jerk here, and his mom was literally putting their baby's health at risk, and he's just like, chill out, it's okay. OP, you need to reevaluate your relationship with your wife. Like, do you even like her?
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of compounding issues here, right? And, you know, we weren't there necessarily to see how long it took the mother to put the baby up or not, and maybe it was happening faster than, or what it's kind of being described here, but that's not to defend anything here, but to say that there were a lot of other factors that played into this. Your wife just gave birth. She wants some alone time with the baby. You insisted on ignoring what she wanted and saying, nah, we're going to invite my family over anyways because this is what I want. So instead of like letting her be comfortable, letting her be in a safe environment, you know, she had to pump because she knew that people were going to want to hold the baby and feed the baby, which isn't something that she wanted to do either, right?
Right. Well, that's kind of where I was getting to, is that at every step of the way, he's overrun his wife and acts like everything she wants is unreasonable. Why can't you just do this for me? OP, why can't you do this for your wife? Your family is disrespecting her.
Yeah.
It's your job as her partner to step in and be like, hey, don't do that to my wife.
Yeah, and so I do think that this is a situation where OP is clearly in the wrong, and I think it just goes much, much deeper than just the situation that it just kind of spiraled into. I think she was already really stressed out, and when you're really stressed out, things can seem even bigger than they are. And so maybe the grandmother was doing everything right, right? Maybe she was going about this fine, but being hyper vigilant, the wife might have been in a place where she just wanted it done like right then and there, right?
Well, I can't imagine any situation where letting a child choke on their vomit for any length of time would be like fine.
Well, I'm not saying that is fine. I'm just saying that I don't know how long this span was, right? So I think that this is again one of those situations where the compounding factors are that this is just not a situation she shouldn't even have been in, right?
Certainly. Well, and on top of that, too, she's dealing with postpartum depression.
Yeah.
And, like, she is the world's, not necessarily world's most unsupportive partner, but a pretty unsupportive partner at that. Like, OP, it is your job as her partner to step up, make sure she feels safe and comfortable, and that her mental health is taken care of.
Yeah, and exposing her to people that she doesn't want to be around is certainly not the way to go about that.
And then letting them run all over her.
Yeah. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Crystal Queen 3000 says, never in the history of forever has telling someone to calm down actually calmed them down. It's like throwing water on an oil fire. That aside, let's count the ways you're a jerk. Your freshly postpartum wife didn't want visitors. You decided, let's just do what I want to do, and invited people over that you knew she didn't like. She pumped because she knew your family wouldn't let her feed her own baby in the way that works for her the best. The baby was being passed around and it was stressing her out. When the baby started crying and she wanted it back, your family didn't let her. Your wife rectified the situation when the baby was choking because your mom was slow as sludge to respond. Your mom was a verbally abusive jerk. Your wife handed the baby back to your mom repeatedly to repeat the exact same dumb thing that she had done before, and your mom argued again. Instead of sticking up for your wife, you backed your family and completely invalidated her feelings. You swore at her. Your wife was righteously angry. I don't blame her for that or for her giving you the silent treatment. Your wife has postpartum depression and you're being a really bad partner. Do better. Alright folks, and our next letter is titled, My boyfriend asked his ex to make a workout plan for me that would make me look like her. I'm a 20-year-old female and my boyfriend, Alex, a 22-year-old male, met 3 years ago, but started dating 10 months ago. When I first met Alex 3 years ago, we were both in separate relationships. At the time, he was dating Ellie, a 22-year-old female. Ellie and I had a mutual friend back then, and would often meet on a group setting with our partners and a few more couples. We both got out of our own relationships at the same time a year ago, and then hit it off. Ellie works out a lot, and Alex and her would often go to the gym together back when they dated. She has a slim, thick body type with a flat stomach, bigger thighs and butt, and slim arms. She is very pretty, and it's not hard to be jealous. Her figure almost looks like a real-life Elastigirl. I, on the other hand, am slim and thin, and I'm just tall and skinny and flat. I don't mind the way I look. Alex never seemed to dislike the way I looked either. He always complimented the little that I had. He had asked one time before if I wanted to go to the gym and get a membership and work out with him, but I said no, and he never asked again. Well, yesterday, Ellie reached out to me through Instagram and asked if I had talked to Alex about wanting to start working out. I said no, I hadn't. I was a bit confused and asked why she was asking. She then proceeded to send me multiple screenshots of conversations with Alex. He had asked her to put together a workout plan and a meal plan that would make my body look like hers. He told Ellie that that was my idea and that I had asked him to ask Ellie. I never did. He was also very strict with making sure that she sent the plan to him and not me. Ellie thought this was a little bit suspicious and decided to ask me before she made the plan. I haven't told him that I know about it, and I genuinely don't know where to go from here. I feel so insecure and ashamed of the way I look now. Ellie has been an absolute saint through this and has really tried to make me feel pretty, although it doesn't work. Alex is apparently not happy with the way I look. Not only does he want me to change, but he wants me to look like the way that his ex does. I love this guy so much, and he's absolutely perfect until now. Am I overreacting? Alright folks, what do you think?
No, I don't think Opie is overreacting. Like, I'm really sorry that she had to go through that and learn that her partner is not a good person.
Yeah.
Like, that's just an absolutely despicable thing to do to someone. And I know he wasn't doing it directly, but there's no way this was not done with good intentions.
Yeah, how is he gonna feel this to her? Hey, you want to look like my ex? Or was he gonna start feeding her the exercise plans little by little, start with the diet and be like, oh, I'll cook dinner and we'll just eat this diet?
Yeah, it was gonna be some kind of con where he's probably not wasn't gonna come right out and be like, here is a diet and workout plan. It was gonna be like, we'll do this and this and this, and it's just gross, so gross.
And also, how do you spend 2 years dating someone and not know their diet and exercise plan?
I mean, some people are very unobservant, but yeah, I just feel it feels so icky.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's icky, and I'm glad that he didn't remember it. I'm not arguing, I'm not arguing that he should have remembered it. It just seems like such a strange thing to be like, I'm gonna go ahead and take my chance with this and just ask my ex here to help someone who she knows and is friends with to some degree about this. I just think that it was so short-sighted, and I feel bad for OP because this is not the way to find out that your partner doesn't find you attractive or doesn't find you as attractive as his ex, right? And I think that that's a real shame and a real pity. I think that OP, you should look long and hard at this relationship and consider whether or not you want to be with somebody who is going to go about things in a sneaky, underhanded way.
And who is going to try and change you.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like no matter what he said to your face, he wants you to look a certain way, and it sounds like he's okay with resorting to underhand means to do that.
But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, and Amber, she has a jovial Bob Stein joke.
What would you get if you crossed Frankenstein with a 30-foot long electric eel?
Well, you would get a self-animating Frankenstein. And how many Frankenstein jokes are we going to get here? That's what I want to know. Like, they're like, every other day we have a Frankenstein joke. Every other day we have a vampire joke. It's Frankenstein with eggs. He just likes eggs a lot. He eats eggs.
That was a werewolf with the eggs.
I know, I made it better.
And you get a shock.
Oh, a shock? I said a self-animating Frankenstein.
I mean, that is a clever response.
Yeah, but I thought so. And I have licorice spice. Alright, folks, and that's all the time we have for today. Happy Friday! We finally made it to the end of the week, but we're not done yet, folks. We have a live stream, as you can see. Later on today, a live scream as Amber is about to prompt me. She's like, we have to have it a live scream, Brian. Amber and I will be wearing costumes. I'll be myself and Amber will be herself.
I plan on wearing a costume.
Yeah, I plan on wearing a costume as well. It'll probably be very similar to the costume I wore last year. Amber, we need some kind of moral advice and or guidance. And please, have it in the form of something a bad husband might say.
Wouldn't it be anti-moral in that case?
It's left up to interpretation.
Jeez, how dare you have feelings? Can't you just sit in a corner and not do anything and let my mom run the show?
Yeah, if you have a husband who says that, probably consider not having a husband who says that.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.